you're sitting there thinking, oh, I can't eat that much, I can't eat that often, listening to this, hopefully you'll pick up how it can be done. Good afternoon. I'm having a terrible day. So Wednesday's on the summer holiday. My boys are are at nursery. It's the one day of the week that I get to film for YouTube or lie down, sit down, do nothing. And it's been a hell of a day. I'm already halfway through their time at nursery, over halfway through their time at nursery, and I've done pretty much nothing with it. So yeah, it's definitely been an eventful morning, but not eventful in the way I wanted it to be. So it's yeah, it is my day to get to film, get to do stuff, and I don't have time because I also have to food prep for the next 4 days at work. I thought it'd be a good topic actually to talk about food prep and nutrition in general, and a couple of hacks that I've learned along the way to make things a little bit easier. All right, first hack: frozen onions. Cheap, chuck them in, they're good for you. Also, when you're frying your onions, before frying your onions, boil your onions. Stick them in the pan, stick in some hot water, boil them, cook them down, and then you can fry them up afterwards. It just speeds up the process. If your local Tesco stock it, frozen garlic cubes, and you just one of those, or 5 because I love garlic. And they're only like £1, £2 for, I don't even know how many cubes you got in there. 400 grams of frozen crushed garlic. It's a quid or two. Pretty sure it was a quid. I was amazed at the price. There's a lot of steam coming off these onions, which is good. That's what we want. I could put the extractor on, but it's very noisy, and there's only so much noise I can cancel out of it. So I'm just gonna have a steam bath in my onions right now. I have been on a bulk / sort of a cutting rebound for 3.5 weeks now, and a coach gave me my macros and my calories, and he said kind of just fill it in, and I did a little bit of experimenting first week or two, but I've now nailed down exactly what is working for me in terms of what's quick and easy to grab when the kids are home or if I'm at work and stuff like that. So there are a few days I mix a few things in, like today I had some of Aldi's sourdough loaf. It's a rip on Jason's, but it is very good. Just with some honey and banana. It's not a staple in my current diet, but on a day like today, I felt like treating myself. So, what works for me? So pre-workout, what works really well, because I generally train very early. Serving essential amino acids, 3 rice cakes, honey, banana. Get that smashed down. I need to stir this, hold on. And a little bit of salt as well. But I get that smashed down. There are other things I have, vitamin C, electrolytes, stuff like that as well. About 3 litres of water within the first half an hour of waking up. But yeah, pre-workout, I like to train fasted, so generally I don't eat. But obviously bulking, refeeding, stuff like that, rebounding off of a cut, I want as many calories in as possible to have as much energy as possible. And yeah, I love training fasted and nothing in my stomach, but EAAs, rice cakes, honey, banana, salt, blah, 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 it's as if I'm training fasted. It just gets digested so quickly, it's so rapidly absorbed that it just doesn't touch the sides, and that's perfect for me. So if you train really early, or if you think, oh, I could get to the gym now, but I need a little bit of fuel, it's perfect fuel. That's if I'm at home and I'm training first thing in the morning. If I'm working, I work 7 till 7 on day shifts. I don't have that then because I can go in and I can have breakfast. Breakfast, hold on, let's do non-working days first. So when I'm at home. So that'll be my pre-workout. Post-workout will be a shake. Only Isolate touches this body, I'm a bougie bitch. I have a Squares bar and about 6 Maoan pinballs straight after working out. I'll then come home and I'll either have 70 grams of oats and 30 grams of cream and rice in like a really nice sort of gloopy, delicious mess with 100 grams of blueberries and some honey. That'll be my post-workout / first sort of meal. Or I'll just chuck everything in a blender. I'll chuck my whey, that's pretty much done. Chuck my whey, my blueberries, my oats, my cream of rice, glutamine, creatine, stuff like that. Just chuck it in a blender and smash that down. So well, yeah, it depends. If I've got time to eat, I'll eat. If I don't, I'll stick it in a blender. So when as a dad and someone who works, hopefully parents out there, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I can't eat that much, I can't eat that often, listening to this, hopefully you'll pick up how it can be done. Hopefully, because I can make it work. There are some weeks I work 60-hour weeks. And in my days off in that 60 hours, I have the boys and I still hit my macros every single day. So it's doable. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. You've got to want to do it. And food prepping is awesome because one, it's prepped. You're going to eat it. If you don't, you waste it. And if you waste it, you're going to be spending money on something else, and it's just a waste of money. And in this climate, nobody wants to be wasting money. Right, so non-work days. So that's my post-workout meal. My next meal, considering coach has just given me an extra 100 grams of carbs a day, it was chicken, rice, and broccoli. I really like chicken, rice, and broccoli. I've now been adding new potatoes to it as well. So I'll do a packet of jasmine rice, 250 grams raw weight chicken breast, 200 grams of broccoli, loads of Nando sauce over it. But yeah, I've also started adding in new potatoes. I literally cut them in half, boil them for about 5 minutes, spray them with some Frylight, for about 10 sprays per portion, and then bung them in the oven until they start to colour. So that'll be my second meal. My third meal, because when I'm cutting it's generally chicken breast, I was a little bit bored of chicken breast all the time. So I managed to fit in a 5% beef mince meal. I have been having pasta with it, but I think that's just got a little bit too heavy, so I'm swapping out pasta for another bag of jasmine rice and some sweet potato. So yeah, to keep things fresh, my mince meal is either something my mum used to call savoury mince and dumplings without the dumplings because they're just balls of delicious fat, but I can't afford that. So it is just savoury mince. Savoury mince pasta was really nice. I am very, as my dad would probably say, uncouth and stick ketchup on it. Although he sticks ketchup on spaghetti bolognese, he's a weirdo. But yeah, a little bit of ketchup as well, the low sugar, low salt one. If you have the low sugar, low salt Heinz ketchup and then go back to the normal full sugar ketchup, it tastes like syrup. It's so sweet. It's unbearably sweet. So yeah, if you have the low salt, low sugar one, stick with it and don't go back to the other one, or just stick with the other one if you like that one, because one will ruin the other for you. So aside from the savoury mince dish I was having, it was also either a bolognese or a chili. So 1 week I'll make 4 meals of the savoury mince, 1 week I'll have bolognese, 1 week I'll have chili. It just keeps it a little bit fresh. And then dessert is why am I blanking? I have it every single day. 250 grams Greek yogurt, 30 grams of protein powder, 30 grams of cream of rice, between 5 and 10 grams of omega-3s. I'm going to show you the brand actually. So Barefoot Nutrition omega-3s, really, really good. And this bottle lasts 3 months, and you can do subscribe and save on Amazon. Yeah, I'm not selling this, but find it. It's really good. There's another one called Nordic something. And this one's out of stock. Nordic fish oil or something. Also just as good. I've only had that once because it was out of stock. But it's got a slight lemon flavour to it. So when you have like a vanilla protein and you put 5 to 10 grams of that in, it tastes really nice if you like lemon, obviously. But yeah, the reason why I say 5 to 10 grams is because if I, like the toast I just had there, I put passion fruit curd on it because I really like passion fruit curd. It's really nice. I was going to get lemon, but then I saw passion fruit. I thought that'd be really nice. And that's got a fair bit of fat in it. So what I do is I put it into the calorie tracker I use, which is Chronometer, the one that Derek More Plates More Dates uses. It's really good. Minimal ads, finds everything on the scanner. It's really, really good. And yeah, if I've gone over slightly my fats, then I'll taper down what I have in the evening. I also put extra virgin olive oil in the yogurt as well. But again, the grammage depends on how much fat I've had in a day. I'm probably say I'm 95% strict, like a little something like that isn't going to change anything because I can just save the fats later on. I'm still hitting the macros and everything, but you know, it's not, I don't have to have the exact same meals every single day as long as I'm hitting the macros and micros. As long as I'm hitting my macros, it's all good. But obviously, if we're going to have fat, it'd be better to have it from extra virgin olive oil or omega-3s than every time when I'm wearing a white top, splatter myself, so heavy-handed. It'd be better to have it from those fats as opposed to butter or, you know, something crap. I mean, butter's actually got some good fats in it. But if you're going to have fats, you want the best ones you can have, in my opinion, and my coach's opinion. All right, so that's a non-working day. On a working day, it's basically exactly the same, except I increase my, what's it called? I increase my breakfast because I wouldn't have had the rice cakes, banana and honey. So when I go to work, I go in, I have breakfast. I then will train at lunchtime. I'm a firefighter, by the way, so I've got a gym at work. It's really handy. But yeah, so I'll have a bigger breakfast to make up for the carbs of the carbs and calories I didn't have as that post-workout meal with the rice cakes. That's literally the only difference. Right. I've been recording for 15 minutes and I've just gotten to the point where I can put the meat in. And this is not a dig at anyone who does, you know, easy food prep, quick and easy food prep. Like that, they're great videos and I've contemplated making them, but I can't do it. I spent a lot of my youth in the kitchen with mum. Probably going to lose people on this now, but I really hate football. I love rugby. Rugby is a brilliant sport, but it was never on our TV at home. It was always football. And so instead of sitting down and watching football with my dad and my brothers and family, I'd be in the kitchen with mum learning how to cook. So when I see these recipes and it's like, oh yeah, just get all these ingredients, chuck them in the slow cooker, leave it for 2 hours, you've got your meals, it does something to me. It's like an Italian when you break spaghetti into the boiling water. I imagine that's what it's like anyway. So yeah, 15 minutes and all I've done is I've sweated down onions. I boiled and then sweated down onions. I then melted my 4 crushed garlic cubes in there. And then something that I hate it when I see is I've then fried off my tomato puree, and I hate it when people don't fry off their tomato puree. Now, bitter it makes it taste when you don't do that. And when you don't cook your onions down properly as well. Just bitterness. You need to release the water and get the sweetness. So it takes a little bit more time, but your food prep will be much nicer for it, he says. And I've used no oil in this, so there's no need. Because I boiled down the onions, I didn't need to let them sweat in oil first and stick to the pan or whatever. So I'm going to save on fats there. Aldi currently have a kilo of lean mince for £9.25. And I think the two 500 grams are £5.19 each. So it's a little bit of a saving. It's like over £1 saving to get a kilo. They don't always have it. It's on their like little special fridge section at the moment. But also, little top tip for everyone: if you can find the 250-gram pack, if you want to buy a kilo, and you can find the 250-gram pack, find the 750. The 750 and the 250, price-wise, is cheaper than two 500s. You're welcome. Now, I know a lot of proper chefs hate this, and proper chefs, what they would have done is they would have put carrot and celery in with the onions and sweated that down. Then they would have taken that out of the pan and then put the beef in to give it a proper sear. I have tried that before, but with 5%, I don't want too much of a sear on it because I find that it just dries it out too much because there's not a lot of fat in it. If you're using a 15% mince, then yeah, I probably would let it sear, get a good browning on it. But I just, with 5%, it's just not worth it for what happens in the end. So this meal, I've done savoury mince. This one is now going to be, what am I going to make? I'm going to make like a chilli for this one. I think that'd be nice. Do a chilli, some sweet potato, stick it all in together, and then when I come to eat it, heat up a packet of rice, mix it all together. Deliciousness. Now, if I was cooking a chilli for someone like at Fire Station, we take it in turns to cook, some more than others. But if I was to make this chilli for them, this would be cooking for about 3 hours. Probably, let's turn it up a bit. This would be cooking for about 3 hours probably. I'd be using a lot of chipotle chilies, give that smokiness. I would have some salted caramel dark chocolate ready to go right at the end to put in. I'd be making a bit of a chili mash. So I'd be roasting off green and red chilies in the oven. I'd blend them down with stock and the chipotle chilies. Yeah. But it's not for them. This is for me. And as much as I do like to take my time with food prep, like I said before, when people just bung it in a slow cooker, there's limits. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to pick my kids up in 2 hours time, and I've got 4. This is going to make 4 meals. I've got another 4 to prep after this. So yeah. So yeah, always brown off your mince. 5%. Don't go too crazy on it. Personally, find it dries it out. Right, and while that's browning, I will get my baby new potatoes. Most satiating food in the world, potatoes. So someone told me. It is true. They fill you up really well. But only having a small portion alongside the rice, it just ups the carbs slightly. It doesn't fill me up too much because the bulk of the carbs are rice and they're easy to digest. Is it just me, or does anyone else find that the beef mince, when you get it in the vacuum pack, it smells really weird? Like when it's in the box. Am I making sense? Like when you get it and it's the pack and it's like a box and it moves around in there. That's what we're used to. Obviously, they're trying to cut back on packaging materials, so now it's like almost like a vacuum bag. A vacuum bag mince smells really weird. Is that just me? Let me know. I think that's all I really wanted to cover. I don't think I've got anything else to cover for you. I've been cooking so far for 24 minutes, and I'll be stood here probably for another half hour, 45 minutes. And that is 4 days worth of food prep done, because I work in 4-day patterns. Well, I do 4 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off, 4 on, 8 off. It's a great roster, but like I say, it's condensed, so I do sometimes work a 60-hour week. So the most I ever have to prep for is 4 days. So that's what works for me. And if I'm not mistaken, any other shift workers out there, generally, your shift pattern's going to be 4 on, 4 off, or 4 on, 2 off, depending on the length of your shifts. So don't think, I need to food prep for a week. You don't. You need to food prep for the amount of days that you are then unable to prep. If you can prep for 7 days, cool, do it. Just make sure you freeze stuff. So these meals I'm cooking now will last me the next 4 days. So they will last me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Give it time. When people rush their food prep, you're not allowing time for the ingredients to kind of cook down, combined, and get the flavors out of them. I mean, slow cooker, yeah, it's great because it does do that. But you get no browning of mince, you get no sweating of onions, you get no sweating of the veg, you don't get the water out, you don't get the sweetness from the veg. Like, it's, if you just take a little bit of extra time to do certain things, your food prep will taste a hell of a lot better. I've tasted some people's food prep and it's like, oh yeah, I just did this. It's like, yeah, I can tell. No offense, if it works for you, it works for you, that's absolutely fine, but I don't know, I'm a bougie bitch. I need it to taste nice. They are my words of wisdom for today. If you have any questions about food prep, about training, cutting, bulking, anything, ask away. I don't sell personal training. I don't sell plans. If you wanted to message me and say, Will, help design me a split, I'd design it for you and send it to you. Do you know what I mean? I'm an open book of information. I do not do social media to sell personal training because I really like one-to-one personal training. I've tried to train people remotely or online. I don't like it. And I enjoy being a firefighter and I enjoy talking to you guys. I used to be a performer. I really miss performing. And although what you see is genuinely me, it's a platform for me to sort of still have a toe dipped into that sort of performing space, I guess. So that's why I enjoy it. And if someone wants help, I will give you help. So please reach out, send me a message on here, Instagram, drop me a comment, doesn't matter. And if I can help, I will help. If I haven't got the answers for you, I'll get the answers for you. Because I was once at a place where I was looking for information and some people, it was almost like they were gatekeeping that information and I couldn't get it from anywhere. And you know, there were some great people I met along the way who have really, really helped me in learning stuff. There's also a responsibility to do some self-learning. You know, we didn't have what we have now as readily available when I was 16, 17, 18. I'm 40 next year. But no, if you've enjoyed watching me cook, you haven't really seen much of the cooking, just me looking down at a pan. Check out some of my other videos. There's information in there that would really have helped me in the beginning. So yeah, please check out my other videos. Please like and subscribe and drop me a comment if you wish. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.